So what happens when the guy responsible for this teams up with a guy that's been part of two of your favourite bands? It's something pretty magical. So we were just listening to the Dr. No Effects, Troy Van Leeuwen, Octavia in that track, and if you're anyway inclined the same as me when it comes to guitar sounds, this thing sounds absolutely incredible. And Octavia pedal has been something that I've been after for a while, but I've never basically committed for one because I didn't know how much I'd use it. But then as soon as I started using this, it was basically the sound that I've been missing, so the sound that I've been after for a while that I didn't really know what it was. So I don't know what's taken me so long. But we've got one now and I'm very happy with it. As you can see, it's a very, very simple pedal, like all good fuzz pedals if you ask me. We've got this, what Dr. No's calling the blame shifter knob, which is basically the gain fuzz knob, whatever you want to call it. The blame shifter is apparently an in-joke with the guys in Queens of the Stone Age, but I'm not in the in-crowd, so I don't know what the hell that's about. And volume knob, which sets the level of the pedal, of the output. You'll also see on this one, there's a 1, 2, 3 under the blame shifter here. That was because I think on the first 50 or so pedals of this, it was like a rotary three-way switch. Now it's just your normal sort of classic volume pedal knob. But anyway, let's have a little bit more of a talk about sounds out of the track. So it is really responsive to how you're playing. So the blame shifter knob goes from, if you go for about, say let's say 9 o'clock, probably in position 3 if there were numbers, a little bit more on the tame side of things. If an Octavia can do tame, I don't know, but that's what this sounds like. As well, I should say, we're on my pink offset, which you may have seen before, with the McNedley Stagger swagger in the neck, so we're currently on that. So here we go, this is with the Octavia set at about 9 o'clock, so here we go. And then if we turn it up, let's go for about 9 o'clock here. It gets, like I said, it gets a little bit more raucous. I'm just going to turn the volume up a little bit on that as well. And then just a little bit more to all the way up. So as you can see, it's a very specific sound, let's say. So if we just pop that down a little bit, I'm just going to turn the volume up a little bit more. There we go. And like I said, it's very interactive with your playing, your picking style, and your volume knob as well. So that was with the volume all the way up. And then if we roll it back a bit, you get more of the upper octave sound, which sounds cool. So there we go. And one last thing with it just on its own for now, you will have heard just in that little bit of playing how it reacts with more than one note. It isn't the most polyphonic of fuzzers, let's say, which for me I quite like. But yeah, so this is it with volume all the way up, and let's hear it with a chord. Yeah, so it has its place, I guess. I don't know how much I would use it for chords. I guess for me it'd just be more. Let me turn that. It'd be more for your lead line sort of thing. It's very ring mod sounding to me, which I mean, let's try it like this. Just going to turn the volume back off the volume a little bit. So yeah, it's got that ring moddy sort of sound. That sort of sound reminds me very much of like the early Incubus stuff, which is not a bad thing, because I really like Incubus and they've been one of my favourite bands forever. But this pedal for me really comes into its own when it's above the 12th fret and doing some screaming leads. And then lastly, one thing to look at is how this pedal plays with others. The reason I really got into the sound of the Octavia pedals was because for the past few years I've been listening to a hell of a lot of Doyle Bramall, and he uses it quite a lot and he's sort of well known for it. And I don't know if you may have seen it, the Rig Rundown with him, that was released again a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I don't know. But have a look for that, because he talks about how he stacks his pedals. So he's got one of the cob pedals, the clean octave boost. He's got a few like Vemiram pedals and stuff like that, and some very, very nice pedals on his board. And he makes them work really well together. So this is just the Dr. No Effects TVL Octavia on its own. And then if we stack that, if we put, let's have a look. I've got the Benson preamp pedal with, on my board, so we'll try that with it. So this is running after the Octavia. So that just gives it that extra oomph, and you hear the sustain coming in there as well, but you still got that upper octave. Let's try it with something again that Doyle's really well known for, is his Univibe. So on my board down here, I've got the JHS Unicorn. So let's whack that on. So the Unicorn is between the Octavia and the Benson preamp pedal, just so you know. So yeah, that just sends it into a completely other dimension for me, and it's the sound that I've heard basically since playing the guitar, like when I first got into Hendrix, and then moving on and sort of growing up and finding Doyle Bramall and all that sort of thing. But yeah, so putting an Octavia at the start of your chain, stacking it with other fuzzers, stacking it with other gains, some modulation as well. why not put some tape delay on there as well? That just sounds. Oh, let's do it. Yeah, let's do that. So I've got the Korg STD 3000 on here, on a tape setting. So that's the. So yeah, that's just, imagine jamming that with a bass player and a guitarist, and just I'd lose myself completely in that for hours. So yeah, I think you'll agree with me. Well, I hope you agree with me that this thing sounds absolutely amazing. And if you've not got an Octavia pedal on your board, why not? Yeah, that's the Dr. No Effects Troy Van Leeuwen Octavia. It sounds incredible. Like I've been after an Octavia type pedal for ages, and I've just never committed on one because I didn't know how much I'd use it, or if it'd just be one of those things that would just sit on my board, and I just didn't think I'd find a use for it. But then having this one, and it's just instantly recognisable sound, that I was like, yeah, why have I not had one before? It's just amazing. I just saw it looks awesome as well. Another thing with Dr. No as well is that you put some real effort into the packaging of things. So this is the box that it comes in. If you look inside it, even better. So you've got the pedal. And this other little box here as well. Inside this other little box, you have some little goodies. So in this one, I think this comes in all of them. You get a little key ring, little Dr. No Effects key ring. I've already got one on my keys, so I've got a spare one if anyone wants one. Yeah, and a little patch, so stick on your guitar case or your denim jacket if you're so inclined. Do whatever you want with it, I guess. And then as well, you get a couple of stickers. You get one very big sticker, which is awesome, and then a smaller sticker as well. So yeah, you can see, you know, it makes a massive difference when you can tell that someone really takes care of how the product is displayed and the experience of getting a new pedal in. It's a nice box. I know it's not the be all and end all. You know, everyone's all about like what it sounds like, which is obviously the main thing that you want from a pedal. But you know, when you're spending quite a lot of money on a pedal, you want the whole experience to be all encompassing, and like have an experience opening the box and seeing what's inside it and all the little goodies you get with it. There we have it. All in all, it's a Dr. No pedal, so it's going to be good, if you ask me. I've tried quite a few of his now, and they've all been amazing. He takes a lot of care in how it sounds, how it looks, and that really shows, especially with this one. I'll drop a link down below to Dr. No Effects website where you can get all these from. I'll drop a link to my Instagram page so you can see me over there, and there'll be a few more videos with this, and then all future ones as well in there. So drop me a follow on there, drop me a subscribe down below. So I've got quite a lot of exciting things coming up in the next couple of months, so it would be great to see you here next time. Until then, take it easy, and I will see you next time. Cheers!